Do you think you know how to use redstone? Well, you don't, because Mojang recently released a brand new redstone guide that includes everything you could ever need to know on redstone. And today, we're gonna go through this book and use redstone the way Mojang intended it to be used. So you're not gonna look at things like this and be like,
what even is this item?
That's not, what is that? There's bedrock on a repeater? I'm gonna explain this all to you guys, but first, we'll start at the basics. So guys, let's do some audience participation at the start. We need to find redstone before we can build with it. So where do you think you find redstone? A, in the ground, B, inside your friend's chest, or C, in the ground? The answer is none of the above. It's actually inside of a woodland mansion.
Hello?
The Minecraft Mojang guide sent me here to get some redstone, folks. Y'all got any chests for me here? Wow, this is so big with no chests anywhere. Isn't that great? Finally found the redstone. Yo, this place is just all over the place. All right, let's get our redstone. Empty, empty, empty. Oh guys, we did it, finally. Took us about 30 minutes, finally got a piece of redstone. That was absolutely worth the 45-minute journey to get here, and it's just one single piece. Now this is where the fun begins, guys. It's time to guide you from redstone noob, the guy who goes on YouTube and just looks up tutorials and shows your friends and pretends like you know it, to actual dude who understands it. Now, first off, this is right, so redstone goes to power 2. Now the first thing we're gonna do today, the first build that the redstone guide from Minecraft and Mojang officially has is this. And they say this is for mini games, a weighted pressure plate if you're gonna host a mini game to force people to throw their entire inventory onto it in order to get in through the door to play some sort of a game. This is where you probably get a little confused. These are the two items that most people see and never touch in their entire life. And it breaks down exactly what these two items are, all right? If you don't know, this is the face. All right, this is the face, this is what takes signal. If any type of block changes in front of this, like you break or place or something grows or you freaking, I don't know, put one of these, anything that changes in front of it makes us poop out a little bit of a signal. It's like a little bit of a butthole there, sends a signal through the butthole and out the butthole poop. And as far as this one, we're gonna save it because it is a little bit more complicated. It's time to get into our first official redstone legit build. And this is Minecraft's official guide on how to make a secret room. You want to break the corner. You've got to actually place this one specifically in the corner for this to work. Now the guide says to us that the best place to place a button is 3 high and 2 over, which seems kind of high. If I'm using a button, I kind of want it here. And then on the back of the wall, you've got your button right here. So you go right underneath the button and put a little bit of redstone. So all you do is place a torch on it. And then I guess if you put 2 sticky pistons down right here, they both extend. Grab the wall, and I think you're pretty much already done. Like if I pull this button, I think it should work already.
That's it.
That's literally it. And I don't do a lot of redstone builds that involve using a torch like that, but the torch is giving a signal to both of these. That's actually pretty chill. We're introducing 3 new items in this book: the dispenser, the dropper, and the hopper. And I feel like these are pretty simple. I don't know why they're not sooner. Dispenses things, makes them explode. The dropper drops it like you would drop things, right? It's the exact same thing. A hopper moves things. So you know how to make your door. What's the next thing you're gonna make? Think about this for a second. A secret room, secret tunnel, secret entrance. All wrong, it's actually a firework launcher. That's the next important thing you gotta make. So this is what it's gonna look like. Don't even worry about hiring that redstone. Don't even hide it. All right, you don't need to hide the redstone. All right, so this should launch them. All right, but that's not how real fireworks shows are. They're staggered, and Minecraft even thought of that. And they said, stagger them bad boys by popping some of these down with some different times on them. So now when I push the button, staggered, it's actually a legit fireworks show. But that kind of shows us how the tick speed works. Each one of these slows things down, essentially, is the simplest way to think about it. And you can see how it slows down right there. This is where things get real. There is a select handful of people out there that do not know the difference between all of these rail types. And you see them and you are scared. And you say, Zach, you say to me,
I am scared, I am afraid.
What is this? Why is this one square and why does this one have red dots? Why does this one have gold? What do they do? We're gonna help you out right now with an insane build they call redstone intersection. Right now you're probably wondering what this little hole is right here. I'm actually really excited. This one's gonna be cool. Okay, they thought this was easy? I guess I never said it. I mean, you gotta understand what I'm working with here, guys. This is what the guide looks like. Do you understand how tiny these, the redstone dust is like that? It's the size of mitochondria. Yo, Minecraft, what is this? This book's for kids. I'm an engineer. I'm literally a legitimate engineer. I can't even read what this is, bro. This is not even, wow, we are not even to the intense stuff yet. Yo, so I wanna point out, this is step 2 of 6. This is like trying to build an IKEA table when the instructions make no sense and they're in Chinese and also there's no pictures. That's how I feel right now. All right, so after, I can't even tell you how much time. I feel like I have no idea really where we stand on this. Is it even remotely close? Let's move on though to the 3rd step. That wasn't bad. I feel like I made the T correctly. Okay, now we're making staircases at the top. Now we're making T staircase. It calls these T staircases. That is the official lingo they are using. And then it kind of looks like they fill this in. It does say though, place power rails on. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is ridiculous. Okay, well apparently that's how it's supposed to look. That. It's taken like this so you can't even see what's there. I'm assuming you do. Seems to be that this one comes down and connects to that one. So it says if you go forward, it should stop here. Like it should stop. It didn't stop. All right, so guys, this is the redstone intersection here. I'm gonna show you guys the final design that I got, following the guide exactly, literally to a T. This is what it does for us. So you hop in, go down, you push a button, you get a speed boost, and you can continue to go straight. But I have absolutely no idea how you're supposed to actually turn. Like there's no way for me to turn. I don't know, man. This is ridiculous. This is literally impossible. The next advanced items we'll be working with are the note blocks, which, of course, many of you probably knew this, but they make different sounds based on what they're on. Glass sounds like this. Stone. Sand. Wood. Anything else. So that's how you get different sounds on your note blocks. That's pretty interesting, and you're gonna see why those are useful here in a second. Because our next build recommended by Mojang to make when you get into redstone after whatever that disastrous contraption was is called a security loop. This one's very interesting. Oh, nice. So now it teaches us actually something useful, which is how to invert redstone torches. If you stack them, it inverts them, which just means it like switches it from on to off. So, by the way, this is for a noob's house. I'm designing it as if I am a noob, which I am. All right, so we're using walls and stone for our base. All right, so this is our build. That's what it looks like, believe it or not. That is actually the complete build. Now, the way this works is it is a security trap. So when someone walks into your base, first off, you literally cannot see the string, so it is well placed. Watch what happens. That's it. All it does is makes noise and a little bit of light. Here's what it looks like inside when it's dark, just a normal base. You're walking in, we'll see how intimidating this is. Will this make you leave or will you stay? Yeah, no, that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Now we're moving in to some legitimately like actually complex stuff. So pay attention right here. This is what's gonna separate you from the noobs. This has an entire section on intermediate stuff about clocks. Number one, the torch clock. Very easy to make. All it is a torch, redstone, torch, redstone, torch, redstone, torch, redstone. We learned from this one right here that if you put two torches by each other, what do? They invert each other. So what's happening here is they're just constantly inverting each other, which means you get a constant signal. You could then do something like this and create your very own sheep fricker, right? That's one way to do it, a little bit too big. Of course, you do have the neighbor, which also is another version of the sheep fricker. This one's a little bit quicker, and that's really all it is. It's just a very fast one. I mean, moving on, we've got the comparator clock. This one, I don't know, honestly, pretty much why you'd ever use it over any of the others. Finally, we've got the hopper clock because there's actually an item that's being passed back and forth. And the comparator recognizes that something new is happening in there, gives off a signal each time it shows up and leaves, and that makes a clock. So you kind of have like a back and forth style clock right here. This one didn't work, but it's called the Dustin repeater. I don't know exactly why. So these are all your different clocks, guys, but it gets better. Please pray for me because it wants us to make a mob farm trap. And let me tell you, there's a lot of ways to do this. And having looked through this 15-page tutorial, this is probably the most complicated way imaginable. Hey, so far I'm actually reading it. We're already on step 3. I mean, although it is a pretty easy beginning, to be honest with you. Oh, it's using the last clock that I couldn't get to work, this one. Oh, that's probably not good. Yeah, I mean, guys, I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that my redstone is not connecting. Like this is exactly it. And mine's just not making a circle. And again, I don't know. I know redstone was changed. This book is like a year old or something, so could be impossible. We'll have to get a little bit ingenious. Oh my goodness, look at this. A lot of steps coming up, guys. Don't be honest with you. 6 by 6. All right, so we're gonna do this. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Again, I don't know about that redstone, but the redstone's here. This obviously just makes it go up. And then we put some chests down, which I don't exactly know why. But now we're doing a dropper towards each chest with a hopper in front of the dropper that goes to the chest. I mean, this one is a lot easier. I don't know why that rail one gave me such a run for my money, but that one was hard. So these are gonna collect items, put it in the dropper, and the dropper is gonna put it in the hopper, and the hopper is gonna put it in the chest. I still don't know what any of this is down here yet. Now we're moving on to the dispensers, guys. Remember, dispensers dispense, droppers drop. You're welcome. Boom, look at those guys. Hey, they're still running, guys. That's why they call them clocks, because clocks go forever unless they die. This looks so ugly to me, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not one for putting redstone on the top of things like that. Like, to me, that's a little tacky, but let's see. This is step 10, moving on to step 11. This actually is very upsetting because I have to. One of the most annoying things to build are these, right? And it wants me to do another one right over here. So we're making another ring here. It just keeps, the gift that keeps on giving, guys. That's what this build has become. It just keeps on, every time you think, hey, we're done, it's just like, hey, there's a little bit more. But that is our general build right here. So this all goes up. Someone needs to lose their job for making this. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it right now. Someone needs to be out of their job. Apparently these are all filled with fire charges, and this is how this build looks at the end of all of that insane amounts of work. But the idea is that this will provide shade, so mobs will walk in. These things will fall. As they fall, these will shoot fireballs. They'll die. All the items will get collected here inside of the 4 chests, and this is just the clock itself. Oh, it does work. I just had to put a block there the whole time. Wow, folks, we've done it. I did not know that would work. Maybe don't build out of wood. To be honest with you, I didn't realize we were using fire charges, so my whole thing's gonna burn down. Okay, all right, okay. You guys get the idea. That's how it looks. To be honest with you, it's pretty good. You could use arrows. I'm so surprised it works. 10 out of 10, well done. Let's build some pulse circuits. These are pulse circuits. So let me show you what a pulse circuit does. This is kind of legit, all right? I'm not gonna lie to you. This is where you become a real engineer. Like this, do you even know what this is, folks? This is like a block that you can't even place, right? It's actually a redstone repeater. As you can see, when you turn it on, it actually kind of changes how the block appears. You might have never even seen that before. What this does, if you're noticing, is it puts out a pulse. Watch that. Watch right here. Watch this. Ready? So instead of doing like a clock forever, these go like really fast. This is another example. This one's kind of interesting actually, because this block, when you push it, cuts off the signal. So it pulses for a second, then goes away. Check a look. You can see it lights up for like just a very short period of time. This one's fascinating, because you pull the lever and it turns it on, but because these pulse extenders, the way that these things are working, long story short, it's making it so the signal doesn't quite reach it to turn it off. It makes it too weak to actually get there. So this one's called a counter, and you put an object in here, and it goes boop, 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 all the way around them until it hits this one right here where it turns on and powers it. So you can like delay things a lot with a build like that. So these are all pulse extenders, a little bit different than your clocks. If we get 10,000 likes on this video in the first 12 hours, I'll record a part 2 next week and show you the super advanced builds that are left in this book. Peace.